Matthew Knies is now a Toronto Maple Leaf. Leafs Nation is excited. They haven't really had a top prospect since, I don't know, whether it be Nick Robertson and then who before it. But what are your thoughts on what should happen over the next 3 games with old Mr. Matthew Knies?
Yeah, you know something, Justin, you're right about. I mean, Christian Hansen and those guys weren't drafted, right? They were sort of those late bloomers that you're taking a run at them, and I guess Bozak was the one that panned out the best. But boy, yeah, it's really been a long time since a real NCAA blue chipper comes out, and I think you want the player to get his feet wet. Get in a game or two. Probably best to get against the Tampa Bay Lightning since you're going to play them in the first round. And you talked earlier, about Wayne Simmons and all these other guys. I mean, there's all these different spices Sheldon Keefe has. And, this guy seems like he's going to be a real good player, should be a top 6 guy, a good size, a bit of a power forward, the 2023 version of a power forward element. It's too much to expect the player to do it right in the playoffs, but sometime, and we keep using the Chris Kreider model when he joined the Rangers, if someone just, catches lightning in a bottle, gets off to a great start and whatever, then it gives you another possible option to ride. So I'm not those expecting big things in the playoffs, nor should you. It should be the other guns that come through, but it's nice to kind of get this add-on. But I caution some people that are thinking there's big things for Knies right now in 2023.
What do you do, Gord? You just start him in the 3-4, or do you put him up with Marner and Matthews and Tavares and you see what he can do early? Then the amount of minutes, if it doesn't strike early, 8, 10, 12 minutes, can you plan for something like this?
Well, I think, because where the Leafs are right now, you can give them a little bit more than that. And you can do a little both about, like, hey, I like the fact that Sheldon Keefe, throws guys up on a big line every now and then. I guess it depends how annoyed he is at Michael Bunting on that particular day. I don't know, whatever. But so I wouldn't mind him going, like, put him on one of the big lines, just to get your feet wet. Welcome to the NHL, whether, it's playing with Matthews, whether it's playing with Tavares or what have you. And then probably a spot would be to be considered on if they get that third line with Ryan O'Reilly, that maybe that could be the kind of fit he could possibly play. So I'd give him a little bit of both. You because you're not Nashville, you're not Winnipeg or Florida or whatever. You're not playing for something about having to make the playoffs. So I'd let him get his feet wet a couple of different ways because you're not counting on this guy. Okay, if he fits in, that's great, but you're not counting on this guy to be a leader in the playoffs.
So what do you think now with, 3 games in 4 days, no more rest for the superstars, like just kind of get everyone in, roll our way through here and be prepared come playoffs? Or do you think guys still sit out?
It's funny talking to Dave Nonis about it the other day. He just said that, it always happened, except load management wasn't the catchy term. It was just called rest. And you really didn't miss as many games. You just didn't do stay-a-game skates. You didn't do practices. And, what guys love our games. Guys love our games, and I know Connor McDavid getting hurt in game number 82 in a season that Edmonton wasn't going to make the playoffs is always thrown that in there. Oh man, should you not have sat a player out and he gets? But you can't. You can't operate like that about the fear of injury all the time. So if the guys want to play all 3 games. Play all 3 games because you get a whack of days off before. But I can see this as a chance, to whoever it is, have them miss a game. I think more the veteran guys are the ones that you wouldn't mind doing to it. But I just want to see the lineup for game number 83 and let the real games begin.